Hello everyone, this is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts. Thank you as always for tuning in. Just a couple of announcements before I dive right into your reading focused on ex-partnerships. So right off the bat, of course, this reading is for those who are interested in wanting to reunite with an ex-partner. I'll timestamp these down below so you can just fast forward if you're not interested in listening to the intro portion of this video. So I just wanted to mention and apologize because these are late. I meant to post them last week, but my daughter ended up having her baby and therefore I am now a grandma for the very first time. She's such an absolute blessing to our family. She's healthy and beautiful and we're so blessed. So that's one reason. And that following, or last Friday actually, we ended up getting the second dose to the vaccine, the COVID vaccine, and first night was pretty much uneventful, just had a sore arm, but then the following day ended up having like a low-grade fever and just really lethargic and just out of it. So I just didn't have it in me to do any readings that day. And so here I am Sunday trying to knock these out and I feel definitely a lot better. So that's one announcement. And also, just for those who are unaware, these two decks are actually on sale. So the deck shop link is down below. And it's the version without the gold edging for the Tarot Teacher. And it's the Silhouettes deck without the silver edging. So those two are on sale if that's something that you are interested in purchasing at this time for the entire month of May. All right, so I just wanted to get that out of the way before we dive into your reading here. All right, so let's get going. All right, Capricorn, so let's begin your reading here focused on ex-partnerships. Will your ex return? Is there a possibility here that you guys can work this out? And of course, this reading is for those who are interested in that and wanting to reunite with an ex. So let's take a look at that here, Capricorn. So I'm going to use my He Said, She Said Oracle to grab a couple of cards to get things started. These cards here contain two messages, one for the masculine, one for the feminine. If the messages make sense for you and if the genders are reversed, you're more than welcome to interpret it, gender-wise, how it makes sense for you. All right, Capricorn. So let's begin and see how this is going to come forward for you when it comes to your ex-partner. I'm guided to this card. Ooh, he said never again. She said, you've said that before. The liar. Okay, so you might be dealing with a person here who just is not truthful with you, or it is you that has not been truthful with your ex. Could go either way. Whether, you're masculine, feminine, that's what this card is about. Lying and not being honest. He said, I will never find another like you. She said, that's because I'm one of a kind. Okay. So here's the thing. And Divine Feminine, you certainly could be one of a kind, someone very special in this connection. But if, for example, the masculine was lying to you, telling you that they could never find anyone else like you. But if they weren't coming from a place of honesty, if they were just telling you what it was that they felt you needed to hear, then, they weren't being honest and they were lying to you. Or that could be reversed. It could have been the feminine saying things to impress the masculine. Okay, so that could be an issue and why ultimately you guys broke up. Because there wasn't honest communication going on there. So let's go ahead and grab a couple cards from this deck by Angelic Revelation 144, the Divine Domestic Soul Connections Challenged Relationship Messages deck. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Capricorn, for this ex-partnership. So you might be dealing with a habitual liar, or that is how they see you. It could go either way. Angels and spirit guides, please. What else do we need to know? What other obstacles and challenges do we need to be aware of for Capricorn and this ex-partnership? I want us to be able to talk through things properly. The only problem is in your presence, all I seem to have is wild, dirty thoughts about what I want to do to you. Okay, well, so I feel, and what I'm kind of getting for some of you is, I mean, the sexual compatibility, the attraction, the chemistry, the physical connection, all of that could be really magnetic and strong. But when it came to communication, maybe something was lacking there, especially if you guys were either not being honest with each other or one partner wasn't being honest. Because we have someone here who's coming through as the liar. And then lastly, this is the bottom of the deck. Your ego is fucking irritating me. Can't you see the value I would add to your life? If only you would just let me in, we could be a strong power couple. So you guys together could have been this very strong power couple, as it says. Could have been. But there were clearly some issues here. And it could be because one person had their ego, you know, coming through and weren't able to make good decisions when it came to this partnership. And I mean, this statement is crucial. Can't you see the value I would add to your life? That could be you saying this to this person, to your ex. And if they fail to recognize your worth and your value, Capricorn, that's an issue as well. So there's this need really to have better communication between the two of you. And that seems to be a very common theme for this last batch of readings, for the ex-partnerships readings that I've done today, that there's this need to be open and honest with one another. Otherwise, it's not going to work. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab a couple of cards from the Issues deck by Fire Witch Tarot. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Capricorn. What else do we need to know when it comes to this connection? What else do we need to know here? Control freak. A strong need to control you and everything else, their way or no way. So you could be dealing with a very controlling ex here, Capricorn. For my cross watchers who are watching for a Capricorn, maybe they were very controlling towards you. And then this is the bottom card. We've got stress. Stress-related issues affects the connection. They stress you the fuck out. So depending on what side of the fence you stand on, Capricorn, either you were creating the stress or you were dealing with an ex who was stressing you out. And there is this need to talk and to be honest with each other. Someone has to step away from allowing their ego to control them and wanting to control the other, you know? And the need to have really better communication and to be honest with each other is what keeps presenting itself here. So let's go ahead and add some tarot to this. I'm going to pull from my Modern Day Seers Tarot and Oracle Tarot with a twist. If you are new to my channel, if you're unfamiliar with this deck, this is one that I created especially for advanced beginners. The majority of the cards do have upright and reversed meanings, so it makes it really easy to learn tarot. The twist here is that it includes new oracle messages as well as new court cards. So it gives you an added interpretation for some of the messages. So if you want to learn how to read, this is a fun deck to start off with. All right, Capricorn, what else do we need to know here? The lies, the ego, the controlling issues, the stress, lack of honest communication that needs to be addressed. All of that contributing to the demise of this partnership. Six of Swords is actually really good. Some of you could be dealing with an air sign, or you could have air in your chart, Capricorn. So Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. This is much needed because this is the need to release past baggage. This is the need to leave the past behind and move forward, to really assess where you guys are at currently and where you can move forward in the future. The typical interpretation of the Six of Swords is that you're moving towards calmer waters, away from the turbulent past. This one I feel is wanting to come up in reverse. Let's see what it is. We do have more air coming in. Okay, so this is the Duchess of Air, representing the divine feminine, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. But, if you're not an air sign and if you relate to the qualities of the Duchess of Air, you can take that as well. Duchess of Air represents someone who's very caring and loving, spontaneous. This is someone who doesn't mess around. You are a no-nonsense feminine. You don't want to get into third-party situations. You're not going to cheat on your person. You're beautiful, not just on the outside, but the inside as well. You have a good heart. You're faithful to this connection. So, for me, it makes sense that this card says, she said, that's because I'm one of a kind. You are one of a kind. You're coming in as the Duchess of Air. Whether you are an air sign or not, or you might have air in your chart. We do have the redwood tree coming in. So what is presenting itself here, Capricorn, is that there is this need for communication, better communication, that is for sure. You guys have been through something difficult, but you're still here. This is also a card of strength, of surviving something difficult and painful. And perhaps moving forward, your relationship can stand the test of time. This is also about longevity and the health of your relationship, being able to interact in a very healthy, non-toxic way where you guys are not stressing each other out or trying to control each other or lying to each other. So I love how, look at all this air coming through, guys. We've got the Ace of Swords. All three of these cards representing air energy. This is a breakthrough. This is clarity right here. This is also a card of honesty, which is much needed because we have someone here who is lying. So this is the need to cut out those lies and to just be honest and to start talking. Because you guys are being given the opportunity for a new opportunity to find your way back to each other. So cut out really the drama and whatever wasn't working in the partnership. You guys can find your way back, I feel, really. We've got more feminine energy coming through here. The Baroness of Water, Divine Feminine, okay, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. So for some of you who are cross-watching, you could be watching for a masculine who's a Capricorn, okay? So the Baroness of Water is someone who's dependable. Also, interesting how the Duchess of Air and the Baroness of Water are both no-nonsense people. You're both not messing around. Both qualities of these two feminine cards. You're not wanting to get into a relationship where there's drama, where there's a third party, where there's infidelities, where there's lies, secrets, deception. You don't want that. You're someone who's affectionate and loving. The Baroness of Water is known to be very talkative, loves to talk, could talk for hours, could text for hours. You have a great sense of humor. You know, maybe you love to make your masculine laugh and they make you laugh. You guys just have this great energy. And then we have the Lovers card. Some of you could be dealing with a Gemini here. Man, the love, the sexual desire, that's still here. The Lovers card is giving you guys a choice. A choice to find your way back towards each other. You know, we all have choices. We all have our own free will. But hopefully what is presenting itself here is that you guys can eventually get onto the same page again. And to really restore the bond that you have with each other. And it's very important, as this card says, to be able to recognize the value that you both contribute to the relationship. And just be honest moving forward. That's it. Honesty is key towards better communication in the future. New beginnings, though, are being presented to you and your ex. All right, so Capricorn, let's go ahead and grab some dialogue messages from my ex oracle here. Some of these messages could be coming from you or from your ex. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Capricorn. What are the messages? My heart will never beat the same without you. I will never find another like you. That's because I'm one of a kind. So your ex could be realizing after they lost you, especially if they tried to move on to other relationships, they couldn't replicate or duplicate what you guys had because it was very special. It's a once in a lifetime, one of a kind love. You can't find that again. You know, perhaps that's how you're feeling. I was broken when you met me. Wow. So maybe that's why they were lying. Or again, Capricorn, if you relate to this for yourself, and if this is how your ex sees you, that you were broken when you guys met, and if you were not being honest with them, okay? And here's the truth right here. The truth is, I've never gotten over you. Look at this. I understand now why you're giving me the silent treatment. So if you are giving them the silent treatment, or you are on the receiving end of that silent treatment, that's because of the lies and the secrets and just not having good communication and not recognizing, perhaps, as it says, the value that this person contributed to the relationship. You're everything to me. Please believe that. Okay? This still has a lot of potential, Capricorn, as far as you guys moving forward from whatever broke you guys up. All right, so let's wrap it up here with some final guidance from the Lover's Oracle deck. All right, let's see. What do we have? Look inside yourself. Examine what is causing you to feel this way. So at the time that you're listening to this reading, Capricorn, or you, the viewer, if you're cross-watching, you definitely need to analyze why you're feeling the way you're feeling about your ex. And it's very important that you are honest with yourself, because sometimes we lie to ourselves also. You know, there's a reason why this liar card is coming through here. So it's very important to not only be honest with your ex, it's important to be honest with yourself. And that's something that you both need to do to be able to move forward towards these calmer waters and to find your way back to each other and have a new beginning. All right, Capricorn, so that's where I'm going to leave this one. Whatever part of this made sense for you, hopefully it helps you out. And if you're interested in your own reading, that info is down below. That's it for now, guys. Thank you for tuning in. See you next time.